Curtis Flowers has been tried for murder 6 times by the same district attorney in Winona, Mississippi. Today, that DA, Doug Evans, has officially recused himself from Flowers' case after being widely criticized for his handling of it. Flowers is accused of murdering 4 people in a Winona furniture store in 1996. During the more than 2 decades of legal back and forth since his arrest, he was an inmate at the Mississippi State Penitentiary. Flowers posted bail and was released from prison for the first time in 23 years in December.
2 minutes after it happened, they zeroed in on Curtis and never looked nowhere else.
A true crime style podcast called In the Dark has brought new nationwide attention to this case. The podcast is hosted by award-winning journalist Madeline Barron.
Prosecutor in this case, District Attorney Doug Evans, has tremendous power. And we give prosecutors discretion, and there's good reasons to do that. But I think what our reporting on the Curtis Flowers case shows is what can happen when there's no check on that power.
3 of Flowers' convictions have been overturned by the Mississippi Supreme Court, 2 for prosecutorial misconduct on Evans' part, and 1 for discriminatory jury selection.
In the first 4 trials, Doug Evans used 36 out of 36 strikes to get rid of African American jurors.
The state's highest court ruled Evans was intentionally dismissing black jurors for no reason other than that they were black. Barron's own research found Evans had a history of this during his time as a prosecutor. And Barron isn't the only one struck by District Attorney Doug Evans' influence on this case. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and others commented on how disturbing Evans' behavior was.
I say in this case, because of the unusual and really disturbing history, this case just could not have been tried this 6th time by the same prosecutor.
Despite 3 separate convictions being thrown out because of Evans and his office's behavior, there's no one to fire him or even remove him from this case.
Here you have a prosecutor who's been repeatedly found to have engaged in misconduct. And the way that the system is set up is that there's really no sanction for him, no punishment. Nothing really happens to Doug Evans. He has no boss. His boss really are the voters, and he gets reelected every time.
In the court filing announcing his recusal, Evans said he stands by his actions and still believes Flowers is guilty. While I remain confident in both the investigation and jury verdict in this matter, I have come to the conclusion that my continued involvement will prevent the families from obtaining justice and from the defendant being held responsible for his actions. Despite Evans stepping down, Flowers could still be tried for the 1996 murder. The decision will now be left to Mississippi's Attorney General-elect, Republican Lynn Fitch. She has not said whether or not she will take Flowers to trial.